I'm just asking for a friend. What happened to community awareness? What happened to, well, warning people? Like, danger, 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 Will Robinson, danger. What's going on out there? Somebody sleeping on the job? Somebody, well, sleeping at the switch? Something's wrong. You know, there are things that are sus for sure, and then there are things that are sis. The things that are sus, we should really inform people before they end up going to those places. And then they're like, man, I wish you had told me that that kind of thing happens, you know? And there's always red flags. There's always red flags. I tell people all the time, there's always red flags. So the fact that there's not enough community awareness, that's a problem. Especially in this location that I'm about to talk to you about. This happened in Washington, D.C. Now, granted, if this had happened in, well, Biloxi, Mississippi, or some small rural town in Michigan, I would have been like, oh, okay, understandable, you know. But this is in Washington, D.C. So I just went and shook my head because I'm like, come on, Washington, D.C. Anyway, Nellie's gay bar, there was a patron by the name of Keisha Young who was at the bar. And well, I would imagine she was out to have a good time. These places just reopened up now. And well, you know my opinion about going to bars and places like this during the middle of a global pandemic. The Purple People's Hour is not a supporter of that idea. We don't think that that's a smart move. Just saying. But anyway, do as you will. Everybody has free will. Anyway, you know, this young woman by the name of Keisha Young, well, she was savagely attacked by a security guard who worked at the establishment. The establishment is Nellie's Gay Bar. This was, well, a known gay bar in Washington, D.C. And, well, it's Pride Month. And, well, it's close to Pride Weekend and week. And so everybody's out having a good time. And that's what Keisha Young was out to do. Well, when she was confused with another woman or another group of party goers who had caused a disturbance earlier at the bar. Now, I don't care even if she's causing the greatest disturbance at the bar. You never, under any circumstance, pull a woman by her hair down a flight of steps. You know, this happened to a black woman in Washington, D.C. And well, the perpetrator happened to be a black man. Now, no police report was ever filed because the police weren't called. So I get suspicious with the establishment. If this woman is causing such a disturbance to the point where the security guard needs to, well, drag her down the stairs by her hair, well, why didn't you contact the police? Especially when this same bar, come to find out, flew a Blue Lives Matter flag. Now, everybody, that's what I mean by community awareness. Everybody in the community should have had a neon lights, rainbow colored in nature. Don't go here. White supremacist establishment. What clown would associate the rainbow flag with Blue Lives Matter flag? Whichever clown did that clearly doesn't know anything about Stonewall. I mean, the whole gay liberation movement was started against law enforcement, the police, at Stonewall. You know, the owner, Joshua Schultz, you get an F minus because an F plus is not even that good for you. You know, this kind of bullshit, you know, the wobbliness, the, oh, I want to have pride, but I still want to have my friends who are also, well, white supremacists show up to my establishment. I want to dabble my little toe in racism and misogyny. You know that security guard was not gay. You know a gay male would never pull a black woman's hair and pull her down a flight of steps. You know that. So that security guard was a cisgender black male. Look, not only is this anti-black, this is misogynistic. That security guard should have been fired and, well, arrested for assault that night. Shouldn't have been able to continue working. That would have been the last, well, the last shift that he's ever pulled at that establishment. No, instead that didn't happen. And, well, not even law enforcement was contacted or no police report, as I mentioned earlier. You know, Keisha Young is now suing the establishment, and there's been widespread protests at the establishment and at the owner's home. There's been demands made, and I heard the demands. Most of the demands are very good, and I endorse all of those demands. You know, Nellie's gay bar shouldn't reopen, not under that management. If you fly a Blue Lives Matter flag during the midst of what's happening with Black Lives Matter in this country, and you're in Washington D.C., your ass should not ever open again. Go to another fucking state where you can fly all the racist flags you want, because we know what that stands for. Continue to protest Nellie's gay bar. There's no pride in discrimination. There's no pride in racism. There's no pride in white supremacy. No, there's nothing to be proud of or prideful about those things. There's always going to be pride in the rainbow. There's always going to be pride in, well, us, our abilities, our capabilities, our perseverance, our determination, our fortitude, our vigor, our creativity, our humor. There'll always be pride in that, but not in racism. To all the people who, well, participated in trying to assist Keisha Young that night at the bar, we thank you. And there was a video of two gentlemen who were in the bar laughing as they were shooting the video. One was wearing a mask and one wasn't. I found that interesting. But what I didn't find interesting was, well, the whole idea that they found it funny. We know that any time that, well, black women are being assaulted or black women are being fought or there's some negative thing that's happening to a black woman, everyone takes laughter and ire and great joy about it. You know, that's how sick most people are, that they hate women, especially black women, the original woman. You know, there's nothing we can do about that short term. But long term, I think things are going to start to change. Like I said before, the only way out of this is, well, do everything black women tell you to do. And, well, laughing at black women being harmed, that's not going to go so well. Not long term. Not to get you out of the problems you got yourself in. You know, I wish Keisha Young the best. And, well, Nellie's gay bar, you got some explaining to do.